Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm gonna be talking about White Fox's abilities and exactly what they seem to be doing, so we can all understand before she even releases what we're looking for. So first off, I'm gonna have the video playing in the background. So if you guys could like, comment, and sub, let me know what you guys want to see in the future. I'm gonna go ahead and play this video in the background, and I'll talk when each ability comes up. I'll talk about what I think each ability will do and how we'll see how they work in game. First off, the aesthetic of the character, I'm really looking forward to playing this character. She might be the first support I actually play, having the burst damage she does have and everything. Okay, so the first thing I noticed with the primary fire, and I actually have it down in my notes, is her primary fire is a projectile that bounces, it heals, and does massive damage. So it's like, think like this character is seeming like more like Mantis than a main support. She's seeming more like an off support that's gonna buff and give higher damage, so she'll fit in like 3-3-3 triple support. I mean triple support better. So she's gonna have her primary fire is gonna be a high burst, ricocheting damage, and with good healing. As you see, it also has a limited range there. It's not bouncing all over the place, so that's really good, but it does bounce when they're close. So that was her right click right there. Her right click, what I've noticed from it is it looks like it's going to be a charm that does damage and if you hit your teammates, it gives your teammates a buff as well. And it looks like you have charges of it. So I'm guessing that you get 30 charges of it, and it can you can buff your team up through the whole fight, or you can do damage with it.
Never miss.
Okay, so this is her left shift. Her left shift is very, very like, I compare it to Kiriko. I think it's the second coming of Kiriko, teleporting through walls and shit. So I think she's gonna be. What it does is it's going to be a teleport. It looks like it is a teleport that heals an AOE around the target you teleported. It also applies a shield around the target to protect them while they're getting healed by you. And there's the right click being used to buff. You can see how it gives the teammates an aura, and it buffs and does damage to the enemy. So you use the right click when they're all clumped up like that to buff your team and give damage to the enemies. So here's the melee form, which is her E. It looks like it is on a 13-second. You have this form for 13 seconds. You get a mass AOE, and it looks like this is your offensive. This is when you go offensive and you want to do damage. So you have your AOE heal. I'm guessing you do more AOE healing, like you think DPS pool, heal pool, like with the swords. So she also has movement ability. So I'm guessing this all comes down to you can use. There will be like your right click, your left clicks. You also have a stun. You also have that with your tail. So I'm guessing she's gonna have different abilities, completely different abilities. You're gonna have the dash that's gonna knock back people. You're gonna have the tail whip, which will do damage, and I'm guessing heal allies as well. And you'll have your claws to do damage as well. And then you also have the handstand, which could be the redone teleport for the different form, because she has two forms as a character, so she's gonna have another set of abilities. So there again is the damage and buff. So see, when it looks like when you enter this form as well, you have an AOE heal. Yes, so she does have a second set of abilities. See, in Fox form, she does have a second set of abilities here. So yes, it is. That's exactly what it is. So in Fox form, yeah, so it is a shield. You can see it on the left side right here. How much health does it have? It is a 200 HP shield she has, and an AOE around her when she presses left shift. And she also enters Fox form at the same time to go into melee DPS, to go into melee form to fight the DPS. So what we're seeing here is we're seeing a use of both forms' abilities. One to give AOE healing to the Strange and her, and one to DPS the Daredevil and get him out of the battle. And it looks like she gets a lot of especially in Fox. She'll stay Wolf partial transformation. She'll stay healing consistently. Alright. Alright, on to the ult. I think this is the craziest part of her kit, honestly. So as we'll see here, it is an instant it is a cleanse, so it cleanses everything because you become unstoppable. So it's not a full cleanse, but you're unstoppable. It causes Star-Lord to, you just can't be CC'd, and it gives insane lifesteal while AoE healing and doing a ton of damage. So you do a lot of damage while AoE healing. So her ult is an AoE heal that gives lifesteal to her teammates, unstoppable to all of her teammates, and gives her, I think it was like, how much HP did she have? She had like 900 HP. So it gives her 900 HP, gives everyone on her team AoE heal, unstoppable, and lifesteal. So I think that's all of her abilities truly broke down. It looks like your right click is your stomp. Your right click is your stomp AoE damage. So you're just going to be using that to do damage. Oh, it's not. Okay, that's just you running around. So your right click is going to heal, I'm guessing, burst to your team in your ult as well. So I think that's most of her abilities broken down. She honestly looks more like a, I want to say she's a secondary support, not a main. She can't be a main support. She doesn't seem like a main support. She doesn't have a lot of crazy healing abilities like Luna Snow Clap, like Cloak and Dagger Bubble and Wall. She doesn't have all these tools these other characters have, but she does have characters that are very reminiscent to Mantis. I can see her as another Mantis with how she's going to play in the game. So that'll be the end. That's how I think White Fox will play. So if you guys could like, comment, and sub, and let me know what you guys want to see, I will be getting the patch notes next. All right, peace.